Hello. The purpose of this video is to solve three examples of the GeoGebra task that we have to solve to find the side named X. So what we have is two similar triangles, one blue, one green, but they're not oriented the same way. We have to pay attention to that. And we're going to have different triangles coming up each time. So this is the important part to notice. Notice that the triangles have angles that show no markings, one line or two lines. And those angles in one triangle are equal in the second triangle. So for example, in the blue triangle, the angle that has no markings is equal to the angle in the green triangle that has no markings that is being shown here. Then the angle with the one line is corresponding or equal to this angle. And the angle that has two lines is equal to the angle at the top corner. So they're not in the same orientation. We do notice that they're similar, and that means that one is bigger than the other as far as the sides go. So what we need to find out is what is the enlargement factor or the scale factor from the big to the small, so we can figure what is the measurement of side X. So that requires a bit of observation. So pay attention here to what we are going to do. The first thing I'm going to notice is I want to notice perhaps the longest side here, the side on the blue triangle that goes from the angle that has two marks to the angle that has no marks is 8.5. And here, the corresponding side is 19.55. I can move them a little bit. So 1955 in the big triangle, 8.5 in the small triangle. So that is going to give me the scale factor. And I'm going to calculate it by dividing 1955 divided by 8.5. And I can see that my scale factor is 2.3. Great. Now I need to figure out which of the other two sides corresponds to X. And I notice that X is the side that has the angle that has two markings to the angle that has one marking. And if I look in the blue triangle, I see that the side that goes from two markings to one marking in the angles measures 6. So that means that X corresponds to 6. But of course, it's enlarged by a factor of 2.3. So what I would do here is I would do 6 times 2.3. And that's 13.8, and that's the value I'm going to put here, 13.8, and I'm going to press enter. And I got it correct. I have one correct. The challenge is going to be for us to solve 6 of these. So we're going to do one more example, and then I'll let you play with it. So I'm going to clear my calculator, and I'm going to observe what I can see here. Again, I can move my little numbers. So I'm going to notice that the side that is X goes from the angle that has one mark to the angle that has no marks, which is this one. So X corresponds to 7.98. Cool. Now I need to find out the scale factor. And to find the scale factor, I realize that I can look at it in two ways. I can see the biggest side, that is 1554 here, and that corresponds to 7.4. And to double check it, I see that this side goes from the angle that has two marks to the angle that has no marks in the green triangle, and the same in the blue. So that means my scale factor is going to be 15.54 from the big triangle divided by 7.4 in the smaller triangle. and that is going to be 2.1. And that is my scale factor. In other words, the green triangle is 2 times greater than the smaller one. And I notice that x corresponds to 7.98. So I'm going to have to divide 7.98 by my scale factor. So I can do that, 7.98 divided by 2.1, and I get 3.8 as my answer. I'm going to see if I got it right, 3.8, and I'm going to press enter, and I got it correct. So that's two examples. I hope you have the idea, and if not, just go and review the two examples that we just did, and now you're going to solve 6 on your own. Have fun.